Highlanders have been shown after just 2 pre-season games that 2016 will not be a walk in the park. After an emphatic victory in their first pre-season match, they come crashing back down to earth and got delivered a lesson that they'll probably be thankful they didn't get in the real competition in a couple of weeks' time. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Highlanders career mode, where we are still cranking through the pre-season. 4 matches of pre-season build-up to come, and we are in the third one today against the Blues at the Fortress of Eden Park. Now the Blues side have been good over recent years. You have to say, one of the top performing New Zealand teams. Of course they haven't won the title, but when it comes to group stage and consistency throughout the tournament, the Blues are the team to beat, topping the table and coming to really the business end of the season. They just haven't had that next gear that the Highlanders seem to be able to find. Their team coming into this season has not changed a hell of a lot. They're still keeping a lot of their local talent in, but a couple of new names in their backline, with the likes of Barotu and Stewart on the left wing and outside centre. The key additions to their team, of course, not like the real world. Benji Marshall is still in his 3rd season now of Union, and he'll be a key man from fullback if the Blues are to get their season build up off to a good start. Well, the Highlanders, you've seen what happened in the second pre-season match, a hammering in the second half, pretty much from Tim Nanai Williams, who had a shocking first half. He sparked the Chiefs into life, and a 28-14 win over the Highlanders for the Chiefs will be fantastic for their build-up. But as for the Highlanders, it's probably the little shock they needed. Again, like last year and the year before, a lot of new faces in the team. Can they step up? Will they be good enough for the Highlanders, or will they find themselves riding the pine as the season goes by? Once again this week, a lot of changes to the team. Tumangarellen, Matu'u and Tamiafuna will be the front row. What a talented, strong and powerful but young, very young front row for the Highlanders. The ever strong, this best in the world second row of Etzebeth and Ratulik. And then the back row, a little bit of a mix-up again. Nasi Manu at 6, Rob Shaw comes in at 7, and Mullen gets a start at number 8. Aaron Smith returns, and he'll partner, well, the international superstar that's really struggled at the Highlanders, Jonathan Sexton. Fafana was brilliant off the bench last week, and he starts at inside centre alongside Fekitoa. On the wings will be Patrick Osborne, and the usual inside centre getting a chance on the right wing, Sonny Bill Williams. Ben Smith again will captain the side from fullback, giving him the chance after rest last week back in this team. Let's see how we go. The Highlanders up against the Blues. Pre-season build-up number 2. Any players taking your fancy who you like to see in this Highlanders team as we build up to round 1? That's what the pre-season is all about. The Highlanders in the green and blue away strip today. Kick-off against the Blues, and it is taken down nicely from Kabubati, and the Blues get the ball, and they will have it for the first time this match. Edwards has a bit of a run himself, gets held up, nicely taken, and Parsons plays scrum half, beautiful ball, and it's Barotu, the man we spoke of at the build-up, new player to this Blues outfit. And what a start to him on the left wing. Here's Kabubati again, oh! Big hit on him, and Sonny Bill turns him over. He finds Sexton. Oh, and a knock on from Sexton. Osborne, well, it goes into touch eventually. Oh, and then he's picked up from our key over the touchline. That's unfortunate. But Sexton, we've gone back to him. First touch of the ball and knock on. Oh, he struggled. Have we seen anyone else struggle quite as much as Sexton has? Such big raps brought with him. International player, he's a real guider, a leader of this team. As a turnover scrum from the Highlanders, and Aaron Smith runs away, finds Sonny Bill, beautiful ball for Fafana around the outside, looks to feed it in for Sonny Bill again, gets through 1-2, but taken into touch. A good tackle from Luke Braid. Bit of excitement out there on the right for the Highlanders. And the Blues opt for a 5-man line-out. Following that turnover scrum, Parsons will not want to be a turnover line-out, but that's exactly what happens. And Aaron Smith runs away, finds Sexton. He gets through a little hole, gives it to Moen. Moen to Robshaw, going for the left corner. Fikatoa, Osborne, in for the try. Patrick Osborne gets his try. He has been in good form in this pre-season. Well, he had a bit of a struggle last year to find his feet, but this season he looks like he might have found his spot. It's been a real battle for those winger jerseys, 11 of 14, hotly contested, but he scored a couple of tries now in his opening pre-season matches. Sexton hit the line, he ran hard, created space, which led to an overlap of numbers. Fikatoa did brilliantly to feed that ball to Osborne, but there was numbers out there. Little ones as well, Rob Shaw, beautiful work, catch and pass, that's all that's required. And the Highlanders, well, they've scored first, thanks to a couple of set-piece turnovers, I might add. The scrum turnover and then the line-out, that's good for the Highlanders at least. Sexton has brought his goal kicking over the seasons, that's for sure, probably his strongest aspect of his game has been his goal kicking, and that'll please the Highlanders that something is working for him. If only he could find his running game a bit more. He might struggle to keep his role here. Robbie Robinson, who is riding the bench today, has been the standout as Moen takes the kick off, gives it to Sexton, who manages offload to Robshaw, and Fofana does the same. Williams looks infield, finds Fikatoa, who lets it loose, and it's picked up from Stewart. The Blues get the ball back. Kino with a bit of a run down the blind side. Oh, Fofana! Hammers him into the turf. Edwards. Oh, and it's been knocked on. Gibson Park. And that's a turnover, and ball back here for the Highlanders. It's a beef. Goes to Sexton, who's pumped this onto his boot, and a nice kick downfield. Marshall takes a quick tap, or kick throw in. Oh, and he's hammered from Tumungarellan. The big prop getting the work done on the chase. Here's Luke Braid. Up towards the defence he goes, and he's taken in a good tackle from Robshaw. Famuina. Oh, Williams is intercepted for the Highlanders. No support for him though. The Blues had mega numbers there, and they get the ball straight back. Here's Kino. Goes running into the little man, Aaron Smith, who takes him to ground. Braid again. Plays scrum half, and now they look wide. Osborne's got trouble here with Halai. Halai steps infield. Gets a pass to Aki, who finds Noakes. And Noakes goes driving into Ben Smith, who makes a tackle. The Blues have numbers still to the ball. Gibson Park. Oh, good play. And Edwards finds it back inside for Luke Braid. Gibson Park again. A little snipey run. The Highlanders sit off him and let the ball go back. Left side. Edmonds. Nice pass. Finds Kavabati. Oh, this is good work here from the Blues. Big runners. There's Kino. Charging at the defensive line. Can't get through. Edwards again. Coming left. Oh, and Moen is picked up and driven back Gibson Park. All the way back to where he come from. Huge shot. Carter. Oh, big hit on Kino. And the Highlanders have learned how to tackle, it seems, in the off-season. That is big-time damaging rolls. Here's Tumungarellan, goes to Sexton, thought about kicking. He's seen Osborne go wide, he thought again. And now Osborne kicks ahead for Flanagan's chase. Alongside him is Robshaw. Back there though, covering is Benji Marshall. And Robshaw takes him to ground. Gets up, tries to play the ball, but he is pushed off. Good clean out from the Blues. Oh, intercepted. And there is Nasi Manu. Good work from him, he sets it up for his team. Fikatoa will go for a bit of a run. Fikatoa! Oh, just about saw daylight through that massive hole there. Highlanders trying to earn ball back, but they will lose out. And the Blues through Gibson Park. Oh, another big shot on Gibson Park.
Release.
Carter goes to ground. Kavabati goes back to Marshall. Marshall knocks on, and it's going to be a penalty here for the knock-on, going the way of the Highlanders. Time is up. It is half-time. But we will still play on the scrum, I would imagine. We're having a replay here, but no, we will not. We will go to the sheds for half-time. The Highlanders miss out on a huge opportunity to score their second try, and it is just 7-0. The try to Patrick Osborne, leading the way for the Highlanders. The stats here at half-time, it's surprisingly the Blues who have had the better of this match. 58% of possession, 53 territory, and the line breaks 3-4. The Highlanders taking that one out. The Blues, though, when they have had the ball, they've kept it for long periods. As you can see, 5+ phases going the way of the Blues. Handing errors good from both sides, 3-2. The Highlanders making one more error, but they have the points on the board, and that, my friends, in the end is what matters. The Highlanders have 7, the Blues have 0. We have a second half of 40 minutes action-packed rugby for you all to enjoy here in the second spell. The Highlanders leading 7-0 in this third pre-season friendly match between the Highlanders and the Blues here at Eden Park. It's a lovely night here for rugby. The Jews settling on the ground, keeping things interesting, keeping the players honest, as Benji Marshall goes high, straight down the middle of the park, and hello Jerome Kano! Plucks that one from the heavens and goes on a bit of a run. Gibson Park for the Blues. Started off very well as Kavabati there, trying to decide where he wants to go. Eventually makes up his mind. Here's Kano again, looking all right here as they come to the left. And it's the man on the left wing, Barotu, who's been very impressive so far in his first sight here for the Highlanders. Here we go with Edmonds.
Release.
Pops a short pass. Here's Famuina. Oh, whoa, look at this from Famuina. Offloads to Stewart. And eventually taken down from Ben Smith. Sexton had a go. Everyone had a go. But it was a big effort there to take down Famuina. Oh, and Noakes is smashed now from Etsabeef. Slow ball once again for the Blues. Gibson Park. A little bit of a short side dabble. He's taken to ground. A good tackle once again from Tumunga Allen. Back it goes now to Noakes. Oh, Noakes has passed that. How's that advantage to the Highlanders? Forward pass, was it? Going to Braid from Noakes. Luke Braid is not happy at all. We'll have another look. Oh, wow. Noakes has been monstered.
Touch.
Absolutely decimated. Chris Noakes. It's a scrum for the Highlanders, and look at that dominating scrum. Mullen goes short side. Aaron Smith, and oh, beautiful ball to Sonny Bill. And the Highlanders need to get to that ruck quickly because they're going to lose out, and they do. Short downside goes Gibson Park. The offloads beautifully, and it's Barotu going up towards the 22. That's a great run from the left wing of the Fiji, and is really causing troubles. Here's Edmonds.
Release.
Gibson Park, once again, he's really keen on these short runs as he finds it to Carter. Oh, look at him go. Finds a beautiful ball to Stewart.
Release.
And the Blues are looking odds on here to get some points.
Advantage.
Gibson Park, advantage to the Blues. Edmonds on hand. Famuina goes trudging through.
Release.
The Highlanders' defence is stretched. As now they switch play left to right. Gibson Park knocks on. Advantage to Highlanders. And I think Sonny Bill has kicked that dead, which will not give the Highlanders an advantage because the ref has lost the plot again. It's a Blues scrum. Why was that not a scrum for the knock-on? Goodness me, the Blues put in a monstrous scrum. Gibson Park goes short side, intercepted from Aaron Smith. Big game play right there from the scrum half. Mullen goes back to Fofana, who's just going to kick this, get it out of our territory, he says. Doesn't get a lot of ground, but he relieves a little bit of pressure. And the Highlanders have been on the back foot for the majority of the second half. A full 7-man line out here for the Blues. Parsons to throw. And Parsons' throw hits its mark. Carter puts it down. And here we've got a backline move here. Aki goes wide. Stewart's the one who ends up with it. And Osborne, oh, big shot from him. And Osborne turns him over. Osborne goes running upfield. Hits just about the 10-metre line. Highlanders on hand. Good support. Aaron Smith. Tumunga Allen swings it wide. Matu. Good pass. Tameafuna on hand as well. Here's Sexton. Sexton's behind the defence. Gets a wobbly old pass out. Finds Fikatoa. And Fikatoa on Marshall. He won't have the speed. Sonny Bill will. Marshall, great defence, but the support from none other than Sonny Bill Williams will get try number 2. Well, great play from the Highlanders. Sonny Bill Williams is the benefactor, but what a creative piece of play from the front row. Let's rewind that a bit if we could and see just what was created there from Matu'u and Tamiafuna. They really opened up the space, took out players and released the pass. That found Sexton, who was good enough to split the line, create some holes, and then leave it up to Fekitoa and Sonny Bill Williams to finish the job. Very well played Highlanders try. Just when it looked like they might score down the other end, it's almost a 14-point turnaround. If this kick goes over, that is. Sexton had a decent game running tonight, and he nails his conversion. It is a 14-point turnaround. Just about conceded down one end, and now they've blown down all the way 100 metres further to get themselves a try. Sonny Bill, such an X-factor player. Well, based on past seasons, the Blues are really a bit of a benchmark for New Zealand unions. It's brilliantly taken from Halai. Oh, the Blues have got this kick-off down pat here. Gibson Park sweeps around one. Aaron Smith says, no, you don't, Sonny. Get back. And he hammers him to ground. As Sexton takes the ball again inside his 22. Kicks away from Marshall. Marshall's got work to do. Marshall lets it go out. What a kick from Jonathan Sexton. 22-22. Almost deserves something more. Parsons to throw the line out. And to the front he goes again. Carter takes it down. He's done a good job. Carter at the front of the line out. It's the Blues through Braid. Look to Noakes. Giving, Marshall on the line has been hammered. Kivabati goes back. Here's our key. Taken down from 2 Highlanders players. Look out for Varner. He's turned it over. Ratulik slips it wide for Osborne. And Osborne, looking for Ratulik again. Only finds a big Sikonoa Kivabati. The Blues, slow ball for them. But now it comes back here. Gibson Park. Plenty of defence. What a monstrous shot. Poor old Gibson Park has been absolutely destroyed out there tonight. Here's Rob Shaw. Back around Fekitoa. Flips it over the top for Sonny Bill. Sonny Bill looking. Great tackle. Chops him off at the knees. Brilliant from Benji Marshall. Rob Shaw. Yes, get there. Rob Shaw for the line. Can he do it? He is. He's got it down. The ref calls try. And Chris Rob Shaw gets number 3 for the Highlanders. Well, the defensive line opened up like the Red Sea for him there. And he just scooted straight through the middle. Beautiful work. And it's not like he was going through big forwards or anything. That's Noakes and Stewart. A fly half and an outside centre just got burnt off by Rob Shaw. Great work. Beautiful pass. Sensational line. And a good job there from Stewart to try stop him. But big man wins on the end of the day. 3 tries for the Highlanders. And they're back to their defensive best as well. Didn't concede against the Lions. Then completely lost their marbles against the Chiefs. But now they're back. And Sexton will finish the match off here with his conversion, which is wayward. That's a wobbly old kick there from Sexton. That really, could have capped off a nice night for Sexton. But it just puts that one little marker against his name. But full time has gone. The Highlanders bounce back from that big defeat last week to hammer conference favourites, the Blues, 19-0. And that makes you wonder now about the makeup of this New Zealand conference. The Blues have lost to the Highlanders. The Chiefs hammered the Highlanders. Interesting matchup would be Chiefs versus Blues, but we'll have to wait for the regular season before we see anything like that. There's still one pre-season match left. The Blues and the Highlanders here for pre-season match number 3. 19-0, the Highlanders winning out tonight's match. 3 tries to zip. Rob Shaw, Osborne and Williams with 1 apiece. Sexton 2 from 3 from the kicking tee. When it comes to stats, the Blues really had the better of the match. The Highlanders did very well. Very, very well, really. when you look at the situation that first half. Let's just take the back a bit here. The Blues dominated this match in large portions. They were knocking on the door of the Highlanders line. The Highlanders will get desperate clearing kicks away and back the Blues would come. They did very well to hold out the Blues, let alone even get down the other end and score. That's a whole different story. But near on 60% possession and territory for the Blues. Highlanders made a lot more tackles. They were forced to do a lot more kicking, over 3 times more kicking. The Blues put in 5+ phases twice, and there was 6 handling errors from the Highlanders, 5 from the Blues, and a great match. The Blues will be kicking themselves why they couldn't score some points. Boy, they had some huge chances. 19-0 Highlanders over the Blues. Pre-season number 3 done and dusted. Let's check out the status on the squad and see who we have in our final pre-season match. So it is a fully fit Highlanders team that will be travelling back home to Forsyth Bar Stadium for the 4th and final pre-season game against the Brumbies. Now, the Brumbies, who knows what they've got in store for us, but it'll be interesting to see how they've taken out the transfer window. That is a pre-season match. Number 4, full-strength squad. Anyone you want to see for our final match, anyone you're undecided whether they deserve a spot in the first round match. Let me know in the comments who you want to see, anything like that, or let me know who you want to see come round 1. The Highlanders versus the Brumbies, 4th pre-season match. I'll try and get a whole new squad in. Players who haven't played too much, players who we didn't see in today's match as well for this final pre-season match. So thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying the start, the kickoff of Season 3, and I'll see you again very soon for our final pre-season match against the Brumbies. Until then, take care.